relatives, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Carrie McCarthy, founder and CEO of Startup Art Therapy. And this is a channel where we talk about all things trauma and how to heal. And we give advice, insights, and solutions on how to heal trauma so we can heal the people and heal the planet. So this week, we are going to be talking about hidden symptoms of PTSD. A lot of people go around having these mystery symptoms that aren't quite exactly the classic symptoms of what we come to recognize as PTSD symptoms like flashbacks, um, nightmares, things like that. And so post-traumatic stress disorder is often associated with these well-known symptoms like these and anxiety, and can be really debilitating. So, but we can also explore some of the more hidden symptoms that we don't even know that is actually PTSD. So, a lot of people exhibit less obvious symptoms that can go unnoticed or be misunderstood. And recognizing these symptoms is really crucial for early intervention and effective treatment. So, we're going to just talk about a few of these symptoms now. So, one PTSD symptom that's not really classic and known is emotional numbness. So, people with PTSD may experience a sense of detachment or numbness, feeling disconnected from their emotions and surroundings. And this can manifest as an inability to experience joy or form close relationships and leads to social isolation and withdrawal potentially. So you might know somebody that has this. A lot of adolescents actually really go through this and sometimes can actually result in self-harm because this kind of avoidance and numbing can and the inability to feel can create a child to want to harm themselves in order to feel, like cutting behaviors, burning. So these are sometimes not attempts at suicide or even suicidality. It's just to feel some physical sensation and sometimes emotional sensation too. So, another PTSD symptom that can be hidden and less obvious is hypervigilance. Hypervigilance involves an exaggerated state of alertness and constant scanning of the environment for potential issues and threats. And this can cause individuals to be easily startled, have difficulty concentrating, and struggle with insomnia due to an overactive sense of danger. That's when your right brain amygdala is sending those SOS signals out constantly. Your brain is in a state of hyper arousal. So sometimes people tune out the sense of safety and well-being and only tune into what potentially could be dangerous in the environment. So, number three, physical symptoms. PTSD can also have physical manifestations, including chronic pain, headaches, and gastrointestinal issues, because there is a polyvagal theory that posits the connection between the gut and the brain. So there is a gut-brain axis here that connects the stomach and the brain. And in fact, 90% of serotonin is produced, that's the happy chemical, the neurotransmitter, serotonin and dopamine, they're actually produced in the stomach largely. And they travel up through the vagus nerve to be able to inhabit the brain and do what it needs to do there. So having this really interesting set of physical symptoms such as bloating, gas, depression, anxiety can actually be caused from the gut. And these symptoms are often misdiagnosed as unrelated medical conditions, and they are a result of the body's prolonged stress response. So another thing that can happen too, and this is where doctors are diagnosing ADHD and ADD all the time, over-diagnosing, over-medicating children with Ritalin, with uh, Adderall. And it's destroying children's central nervous systems and their adrenal systems at a very early age and setting them up for a lot lifelong issues, physical and mental health issues. So it's really important to really correctly find out what the problem is when we are seeing these kinds of symptoms. So, number four, we see avoidance behaviors. And avoidance is a common but hidden symptom. And individuals may go to great lengths to avoid places, people, or activities that remind them of the traumatic event. And this can severely limit their daily functioning and quality of life, and even create something that we call the inability to leave the house, right? So that's really important. Agoraphobia. We don't want that. Then you're really in trouble. So we want to really nip all these things in the bud before they become bigger problems down the road. But if they have become bigger problems already, don't despair. There is help and solutions. And we'll get into that. So, number five, emotional dysregulation. So, individuals with PTSD may experience intense and unpredictable emotions such as sudden anger or sadness. And this emotional instability can lead to difficulties in maintaining relationships and coping with everyday stressors. And I'm sure that maybe you or somebody else that may be experiencing this and don't equate it to having PTSD. And it's not always PTSD. Sometimes these kinds of low-lying agitation levels can be associated with, hormonal imbalance. It could be associated with thyroid issues. It could be associated with bipolar 2, namely. So it's really important to get medical attention and mental health help so you can really investigate and see what's going on for you. So, number six, another hidden symptom of PTSD could be negative self perception. We all have negative self talk sometimes, but this is more kind of a step like on steroids, where people have a pervasive sense of guilt, shame, worthlessness, and they might suffer and blame themselves for traumatic events that they've undergone or feel undeserving of happiness, which can exacerbate feelings of depression and anxiety. Memory issues can be another symptom. It's number 7 on our list of hidden PTSD symptoms. Because over time, when the brain is in that hyperarousal state, it can actually affect 3 parts of the brain. One of them being the hippocampus, is where long-term memory and short-term memory reside, and new learning, and it actually can change the shape of the hippocampus. So that could be a hidden symptom of PTSD. And substance abuse. Self-medicating from any of these above issues that we just talked about, where you don't have a formal diagnosis of PTSD, therefore you don't have an actual treatment plan and plan of action to course correct, get your brain off the maladaptive stress response and onto a positive new neural network that is one of serotonin, oxytocin, and dopamine, and feeling good chemicals. So these are all symptoms that can really hinder somebody's life and their ability to thrive and have healthy relationships and get the job that they want and deserve, and to go out into the world and navigate it with ease and grace. So if you or anybody that you know may suffer from any of these hidden PTSD symptoms, I really urge you or them or you to help them get some mental health care, and that is really important. So if you resonated with this, I would love to hear in the comments below, and like and share and subscribe to this YouTube channel. All right. Thank you so much. Get out there, heal yourself, heal the people, heal the planet so we can thrive for life. All right. Take care of my relatives.